Alright, so this pack is called Shadow Defense. The goal of this pack is you're defending the ball from hitting the goal, but you're not facing the ball, you're facing the direction that the ball is going. So it can make for some awkward situations where you still have to defend it, but it's a very necessary skill because anytime that you are not facing the ball, there's always a chance that the enemy could hit the ball towards your net and you still have to defend it from an angle. There are two things that you need to consider when shadow defending. Your first priority is where are you hitting the ball. You need to hit the ball to a spot that it's safe so that the enemy cannot follow it up and score a goal. The second thing that you need to consider is your recovery so that you can follow the ball up and hit it into the goal. These first few shots are pretty simple, they're pretty easy, but one of the things that you want to make sure you're doing when completing these is hitting that ball as early as possible. The earlier you can hit the ball, the quicker you're going to reach it, and that's going to cause you to beat your enemy in more situations than not. Notice that when I'm clearing these balls, I'm hitting them to the back corner. That's causing the enemy to have a very small angle with which they could score the goal. When I'm in the air for some of these shots, I notice that I'm turning my car so that I'm facing the ball. That gives me better control. That's just how I prefer to do it. You don't have to do that. And again, I'm hitting it so that they don't have an angle to score the goal. Notice that I'm also facing my tires towards the walls. If I'm heading towards a wall, that gives me better recovery. And of course, for some of these shots, you could complete them without going in the air. You could just run on the wall and hit the ball to the side. However, that defeats the purpose of shadow defending because that's not a shadow defense. You see there that I gave the ball a bad lie. That would be dangerous because then your enemy could have scored a goal. So it wasn't my best one. And again, of course, I could run up the wall and hit some of these, but that is not the point. You want to complete the shots in the way that they are intended. That's a bad one, but I could have followed it up. And this one's a little better. I may have followed it up too. So again, you want to deny your opponent any angle it's shooting the ball when you're hitting these. Here you see I don't face the ball, I just angle up a little bit. It's not always necessary. And you see that I'm fast climbing whenever possible so that I can beat the opponent to the ball. So I've completed every shot in there. I hope that this was informative for you. I hope that you understand how you're supposed to complete this now. Please do not cut corners and try to cheat on any of the shots. You want to complete them in the way that they were intended.